Hi there, it's Sue. How are you today? I hope you're well. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. If it's the morning, good morning. If it's the night, I hope you have a beautiful sleep. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If you're new here, don't forget to, subscribe, like and subscribe, and come back again tomorrow and see what tomorrow brings. My readings are timeless readings. Hermit is jumped out. My readings are timeless readings, so wherever whenever you find them or see them, they are meant for you in that time. I don't put a fixed date or day or any aspect in that respect. I just ask Spirit to show me what you need to see, and from there the reading just takes form. So if you are seeing it, you're meant to see it. If you miss it, well, then you'll see it when you're supposed to see what you'll get from it, what you need to get from it. It's very open, put it that way. So let's have a look, get some cards. As you said, I've already got the Hermit out. King of Pentacles is out as well. So very much hibernating at the moment is what that feels like. Both those cards, I feel like he's just sort of withdrawn a little bit, pulled back, stepping back. We've got Death out as well. So you've sort of gone into your cave to process stuff, and when you come out, you'll come out an enlightened being. You'll come out different, put it that way, and the journey forward will be able to be seen rather than not knowing how to move forward. That's sort of feels like a big part. There's been a lot of growth within you personally. I don't know, I just feel like you just had to be very protective for a very long time. Queen of Cups is out, so definitely all our emotional being as well. Delving into the emotional body and allowing that to take flight as well, or just to be able to have time to process it without the chitty chatter of life that goes on external to us. Another one's just jumped out. Nice, the Six of Cups. So this can be processing the good, the bad, and the ugly memories. It can be stuff from our childhood. It can be that you may hear from somebody from your past as well coming back. Whoops, and we've got the Empress out. Beautiful. So self-love, self-nurturing. It just feels like it's a time for you there's nothing you need to do, put it that way. And in a world where we always feel like we need to do something, and we sit in this space of overwhelm, at this particular time, there's actually nothing you need to do. So that's a really beautiful thing. Know that you can actually stand back or step back and actually breathe and allow yourself to observe rather than absorb, because I feel like, up to now it's been all coming at you and it feels a lot, and I just feel like you don't have to, you don't know which way to go forward. You're very confused. It just feels like I'm kind of like in this state of, I just need to sit and relax. I just need to go into the cave and process what's just unfolded or what is about to unfold, so that you can actually fill your cup, so you can give from a fuller vessel. And it's very, very important that that's the case. You may hear Five of Wands. So this is that chaos, like it just feels like there's been so much coming at you that you actually can't even think straight. You are not the version of you that you love, and you it's a feeling of losing self. Like, who am I? What am I doing? Where am I going? So many uncertainties, and where you are shifting and growing and changing, it's like it's happening way too fast, and you're back there and everything else is happening up here. So it's slowing it down just for a little period of time, so that you can actually be really present, because when we're busy, we're not present. So I want you to really just drop it back, breathe, and try and be a little bit present in your day, in your moment. if you have the opportunity to just close out the outside world for a little bit, let that happen as well, because the version of you that's coming up for air is going to be beautiful. It's just, you've got a lot going on. I really want you to know also that Spirit have your back. And like, you can have loved ones in spirit that you might not have got along with in life, but they're still your blood and they've still got your back. And when you go to Spirit, anyone who passes, they go to heaven. And the first thing that happens is that they sit in a space of retribution of their life. They have that life appraisal, that life review, and they get to look at all their choices and decisions and everything they did in their life, and they have to make peace with that. So if you've got, someone in spirit that might have been a cranky old bugger, or might have been someone that you didn't feel connected to, they're still connected to you through blood or through relationship, and they only want the best for you. So they become, part of your working team up in spirit. So you can really, us here on earth have to drop our judgment on who they were in the earth side version of them, and just trust that in heaven they have got their back and that they'll do anything for you. So I just want you to know that, moving forward, at the moment where there's been a lot of chaos, Spirit wants you to calm it down. They want you to slow it down. They want you to just bring it in, rein it in a bit, so that you can actually breathe. And in doing so, they bring out the Ace of Wands, which is, aces are divine gifts. They're gifts from Spirit. So it's quite ironic that, Spirit bring out an ace for me, but they bring out the gift of a new life, gift of a new way forward, the gift of new passion and purpose and stuff. It just allows you to have breath within the overwhelm that you once sat in. So I really, really want you to start to, pull the weeds from your garden and start planting some seeds. Put in the beautiful intentions. Put in the things that you want your life to be like. What is it that you want? What is it that you want moving forward? What are you trying to move to? If you don't know what that is, like, you can't move there. So get some clarity around what it is. Like, do you want a new job, or do you want to be happy, or do you want less chaos in your life, or whatever that is, what a situation to end. Start planting that, trusting that Spirit have got your back in that respect, because they have. And I feel like they're giving you signs, but potentially because you're so busy and so overwhelmed, you're not actually seeing those signs. So look for all kinds of things to just, to confirm what you're actually, you've been asking for, because they're very much there. I can feel them. I also want you to be be mindful of what you can feed and what you need to let go. Like, you've got a lot. There's a lot of balls in the air that you're trying to juggle. So what ones of those do I actually need my attention? And what can I put down on the side and pick up later? So, not trying to throw them all up there and chaos, get them all happening, because you'll never feel the contentment within any situation when you're doing that. So place them down, put the whole lot down, and look at it and go, okay. And that might be a visual that you need to have. Write them down, everything. What can I do first? Pull one, do it, complete it, put it to bed, instead of having half a dozen up in the air flying around the place. It takes your energy. So really being aware of what you can feed and what you can caress and bring to the surface and nurture and build, and what actually just needs to sit on the side and have a bit of air to it, so that it can maybe mature by itself without your mental, emotional and physical kind of investment in it. Because mentally and emotionally, head and heart, they're fighting each other. And the physical is your fatigue. It's tired. You're overwhelmed. You're not sleeping. When you do sleep, you don't get good sleep. Your brain is constantly thinking and going, and And that is draining, it's exhausting. So please, if you're listening to this and this resonates, write down all the balls, every single one in there, up in the air that you're juggling is a situation or something that you need to sort. Write them down on a bit of paper. Which one of those, just one, can I pick just for this week? And sit with that one for the week. The others can do whatever they want. They might bounce around and try and get your attention. Nope, put it to bed. Put it back over there. Be really aware of the script that runs in the mind, and if you're bringing in other things that don't need to come in, nope, haven't got space for that today. I'm just doing this, and just one thing at a time. And it slows everything down, and you actually will find that you'll start to move forward, because overwhelm and mental fatigue and that space, like you're here for such a short time. Just breathe, trust. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you'd normally get up and go for a walk around the house or go and, have a drink or whatever it is you do, don't roll over and go, nope, it's okay. Take a few deep breaths in, deep breaths out, and, really be aware of what your mind is doing. Break the habits that you're sitting in that are causing, some of the chaos. Because this week for you, or this, today, it's about growing and nurturing, but they're calm cards. There's a calm in amongst that storm. So really, allow yourself to find that calmness so that you can actually start making your way forward. You'd be really proud of yourself, like self-love, just identifying where you go and what you're doing, being able to diffuse within yourself. No, I'm actually not going to think about that this week. Put it there. If it needs your attention for for today and it's urgent, well, it should be your one thing on the top of your list. But for today, I want you to find that time where you can actually, put everything down, make a cup of tea, go sit outside, smell the roses, watch nature, watch the bees in the trees, watch the the birds on the flowers, and just watch everything how it should be. Slow it down, because there's a lot you're missing, and a lot of stuff that will really feed your soul and nurture your soul. So be really mindful of where you're at, what you're doing, and how you can slow it down. And just trust, you've got good fortune is coming your way. It's just a matter of, good fortune, good news, just good things are coming your way. So just slow it down so you don't miss it. Because if you miss it, you've got to go back to the start, and that would really suck. So don't do it. Let's get some little charms out. See what. I'm just going to dig in and pull some out and see what we've got. So we've got can you see that? It's like a Hello Kitty best friend kind of little half of a necklace, and the other half is with your friends. So, if you've got someone that you can talk to that will be able to slow it down and help you see a bit bigger picture, get you out of your head, do it. This is a little victory wreath. I really like that. I hadn't seen that before. So victory wreath in the tarot is the completion of a chapter. It can be, victory of the mindset. So I know that if you can just really departmentalize all your little bits and bobs that are racing around like race cars, if you can slow them down, you will be able to, you'll win in any respect, any victory card within the tarot has a wreath on it. So, that's a really nice sign for the day and for the time moving forward that you actually will do this. Trust yourself, back yourself. A little teddy bear with love, self-love, paramount in this week moving forward. It's really important. I've got two cards that are really similar, not cards, charms, that are similar to each other. The first one is a guitar, so music. And the second one is small, and I'm just going to try and hold it with my fingers. It's a person dancing. So very much bring music into your life this week, like let your toes tap, let you, just if you need to get out of your headspace, music is a really great thing to listen to. So, bring in the music. Let the music have some space. And we have a flower. So this is about blossoming. You're about to blossom. You're about to change. We also have two little keys. One. I just grabbed a handful of these things, and what comes. And this is the other key. So both unlock potential within you, and you've got double that, So just showing by changing your mindset this week and stop juggling life like you have been, you will be able to calm it right down. We have a 4-leaf clover, a green 4-leaf clover, or shamrock, or whatever you want to call it. Nice. Success. Good luck. It's a lucky charm. Take my lucky charm and run with it this week. Tiny little feather. Angels are with you. Spirits with you. And then for whatever reason, I have letters of the alphabet sitting in here as well. So for someone out there, they need to see the letter B for Bob, or B for beginnings, whatever it is. B for being stubborn, I don't know, whatever that B stands for. It might be your name, it might be someone that's in spirit that starts with the letter B, it might be the name of a company, or it might be the name of a street, might be, whatever it is. Take it on board and run with it, because it's come out for a purpose. And like I said, the whole alphabet is in here. And like if you look, I've got a lot of charms in here. So I just dig in there and see what comes out. Whatever that is, whatever it needs to be, is right for you at the moment. So time for you to sign off from here. Oh, nice. On the bottom of the deck, I just put the cards back together. Dreams and wishes card. Like allow yourself to have dreams, allow yourself to have wishes, but when you're chaotically busy and it's all going go, you won't hear anything. So calm it all down. Put your balls down over there, not, the ones that have been in the air. Put it all down over there and allow yourself permission to actually breathe. Simple. Okay, I'll check in again tomorrow to see how you're going. All right, take care. I believe in you.